We continue to cover breaking news. British authorities say they will treat it like a terrorist attack until they learn otherwise. Here at the pub, it's still the music playing and the sports on the telly. The idea is to maintain that strong British stiff upper lip. I am anything but a green thumb, so I really feel out of my element. But boy, is it impressive. This is the longest running home and garden show in the nation.
That's right.
We begin at 4 with breaking news. A fatal shooting near 23rd and Cherry. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office confirming for CBS 58 that an adult man was killed. You're looking live now at the scene. 2 neighbors tell our CBS 58's Eric Levy they came across the man in a car and saw at least 1 gunshot wound. They immediately called 911. You can see investigators are now focusing on a vehicle in particular, and there is crime scene tape everywhere. People are being kept back at quite the distance here at 23rd and Cherry. We also are hearing from those same neighbors who first saw the man and called 911 that they heard more gunshots about a block away. Our crew is continuing to gather information at the scene. We will bring you their updates as they come in.
We're also following the latest developments out of London, where 3 people are dead, including a police officer, after a suspected terror attack.
20 other people were hurt, and as Tina Kraus reports, many are asking, how did the assailant get so close to Parliament?
CBS News, London.
Marquette University says all of its students in London are safe and accounted for, while British expatriates who now call Wisconsin home compare the attack on Parliament to someone infiltrating the White House.
Absolutely terrifying. I thought it was fortified like an old medieval fortress.
Unsettled feelings as folks sat down to lunch at the legendary Red Lion pub in Milwaukee. Signs of British pride are everywhere on the walls. At the tables, after the attack at Parliament, an overwhelming sense of worry.
I have a lot of friends in Europe. I lived abroad. I have a lot of friends in England, and so it hit home right away, and wondering how they're doing.
Here at the pub, it's still the music playing and the sports on the telly. The idea is to maintain that strong British stiff upper lip, but you get the sense among the diners here at the Red Lion pub that we're all citizens of the world, so when something happens in one country, it affects all of us.
I think in those moments, I often think it's much more important to think about what it means to be a citizen of the world rather than just an American.
It says that we're vulnerable. No matter how hard we try to protect ourselves, we're still vulnerable.
And stay with CBS 58 News for continuing coverage of this developing story, both on air and online. A preservation group says it's got a cost-effective way to save the Mitchell Park domes, something it considers a national treasure. And it's being released just hours before the next task force meeting tonight. CBS 58's Jacqueline Abad is live with more. Jacqueline? The Blood Center of Wisconsin says there's a critical shortage of blood in our area, but students at the Milwaukee School of Engineering think they've got the solution. CBS 58's Kyle Averman now with more on artificial red blood cells. The mayor now speaking about that fatal shooting. Let's listen.
Right now. And we are asking 2 things right now. We are asking
An emotional plea from both the mayor of the city of Milwaukee and police chief for information about the murder of a Milwaukee city employee. We're told this employee is with the Department of Neighborhood Services, a longtime employee, Michelle.
Yeah, 33 years. His wife told the mayor he loved his job. The chief saying there can be no doubt that he was working in an official capacity when he was on that block near 23rd and Cherry. He had a clipboard in his hand, and yet, as we've heard from neighbors who are talking to CBS 58's Eric Levy out at the scene, he was shot dead. Multiple gunshot wounds. No arrests to report. Stay with us for continuing coverage of this story, both on the air and online. The CBS 58 News at 4. We'll be right back. We are continuing to follow breaking news. A house inspector shot dead on the job near 23rd and Cherry in Milwaukee this afternoon. This is a live look at the scene. We're told he had been dispatched to this area to conduct a home inspection. The 30-plus-year employee of the Department of Neighborhood Services was found by neighbors who then called 911. The mayor is imploring people to help police find the killer or killers. He spoke briefly with the victim's wife, who said he loved his job. A city worker dead while working on behalf of the city of Milwaukee. Look for a live update on the CBS 58 News at 5.
New at 4, a campaign to close the troubled Lincoln Hills Youth Prison is gaining momentum.
They're calling it Youth Justice Milwaukee. CBS 58's Lindsay Branwell has more on their message and mission. Now to that pricey referendum on the April 4th ballot. It allows for $36.5 million in upgrades to Arrowhead High School. CBS 58's Julie Parisi reports from Waukesha County. Mayor Tom Barrett kicked off the city's spring cleaning effort at 53rd Street School today, where he asked the students to join him in cleaning up the city.
We have a war to fight, and our war in the springtime is our war against litter. And I need a lot of lieutenants and captains and privates to join my army and fight litter.
There are several groups in Milwaukee that will be organizing cleanups in various neighborhoods, and if you're interested, the group Keep Greater Milwaukee Beautiful will provide cleanup tools and even discounts and coupons for spring cleaning participants. Well, did you see it? A local woman won Wheel of Fortune last night after a big mistake by another contestant. Check it out.
600.
K.
No. Lisa. $650.
M.
Yeah, there you go. And what do we have?
A streetcar named Desire.
Yeah, that's it.
Franklin's Lisa Hutchins, a We Energies employee, ended up walking away with more than $40,000 in cash and prizes. Unfortunately, her fellow contestant Kevin, who thought it was a streetcar naked Desire, is being written about as making the worst blunder in Wheel of Fortune history. Sorry, Kevin. A home just steps away from Lambeau Field is on the market. Take a look at how close it is. The blue home has 4 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, a fenced-in yard, and in-ground pool. The big front yard would be a perfect place to host tailgate parties. The asking price just under $630,000.
You know there will be a buyer. Coming.
Hey, we're looking ahead this afternoon to the Realtors Home and Garden Show that kicks off this week in Milwaukee. I'm joined in studio this afternoon by the show's director, Sandy Anderson. Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, I am anything but a green thumb, so I really feel out of my element. But boy, is it impressive. This is the longest running home and garden show in the nation.
That's right. This will be our 93rd year. And we're actually the largest home and garden show in southeastern Wisconsin. So, I mean, every year there's a lot to look forward to, but we've got some new things for people to see this year and some favorites. Our garden promenade is over 10,000 square feet of beautiful landscape gardens that people can come and get inspiration or for projects. Any project they want to do in their home, we've got it all under one roof.
Yeah, you know, there's such the trend of online shopping that people just pick from a catalog or swipe on their iPad. You say that's not good to do. You really need to meet people and see what's going on face to face when you're talking about your home and your garden.
You bet. I mean, for most of us, the home is the largest investment that you'll ever make. Right. And so when you're thinking about improving it or you want to make sure that you're maintaining it the right way, I mean, it's great to do online research, but there's really nothing that beats that face-to-face contact. So at our show, people have a chance to talk to over 350 different companies. So if you're thinking about installing new windows, you can meet 20 companies in one roof and learn face-to-face what their approach is to your project, what their pricing, their expertise, and really just, you know, fortifying. We recommend do your research, but then come to the show and get a chance to really get that face-to-face interaction. It's really important.
No, it's called the Realtors Home and Garden Show. So you must really think when it comes to enhancing the value of your home, these types of improvements really work, because we always debate, should you do the bathroom over or reconstruct the kitchen? You say no, focus on landscaping. That's a big selling point.
It is, you know, really, if you are thinking about selling your home, a lot of times people are looking to improve the curb appeal, and there's some simple things that you can do, or even if there are other people that want to stay at their home for a long time and you just want to make sure you're making the most of it and enjoying it. So tapping into some of those trends in outdoor living spaces and really, you know, seeing how you can really enjoy your time in your home is really something that people want to do.
Well, it sounds like a lot of work, and you could knock off a lot of things on your task list, but you really want people to enjoy themselves and linger, and
yes.
You're going to have a lot of special things happening.
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of new things that we're bringing in. Art is something that obviously people love. So we've got a couple of new features here where people can get inspired in the gardens. We're going to do art in the gardens on both Saturdays and Sundays of the show, where we've got the Wisconsin Plein Air Painters Association are actually going to be live painting each of the garden vignettes. So people can come and see the painters working on the art, and they can actually pick up a piece if they're interested. We also have a partnership with Milwaukee High School of the Arts, and our theme for the show this year is Reinvest in Your Nest. So playing on that birdhouse, we tapped into 30 students who painted these beautiful bird houses that we'll have on display in a landscaped area.
Well,
So-
the weather might not be cooperating. Seems like a perfect time to check out the Realtors Home and Garden Show. It kicks off this Friday. It runs through the weekend. Here are the details: March 24th through the 26th, March 29th through April 2nd at the Wisconsin Expo Center. For more information, just go to our website, cbs58.com. Sandy Anderson, congratulations on the longest running home and garden show in the nation.
Thank you. Hope to see you all there.
Mike.